I have constituents that are very, very concerned about the ramifications of this, what they're considering overdevelopment of the current state park as it is. I would ask the speaker to come down tonight so that he could get to actually see and walk the park, see the area that's going to be developed, and also for him to see and speak with some of the constituents and basically talk to them about their concerns.
So what is Deep saying to you guys as far as the...
They're pretty dug in terms of, they have their plan, they're ready to...
This is what the state does, this is what our department does.
Well, I'm also imagining from an environmental standpoint that disturbing, I mean, this is a natural buffer, I'm assuming, for storms.
Well, that's what the meeting is about tonight. Actually, what triggered the public hearing on October 1st, today is the question and answer opportunity, but was that there's going to be a section of boardwalk that goes across the wetlands.
Yep.
And out of the whole project, that's the one thing that needs additional permits. So
I see.
That's what.
And so that additional connection from a boardwalk standpoint would go over where? To the other parking area, or?
To the big structure that's going to be put up. It's going to.
I see.
And again, we're not against bathrooms. We think that's perfectly appropriate, but it's in terms of the priorities. We want bathrooms. You know, is there another way to do it?
Yeah.
We're really nervous about the fee associated with these upgrades.
Right.
People are concerned that, first of all, they're going to be developing the park and they're going to be charging, and they're very concerned about, number one, the environmental impacts.
We're blessed with 17.5 miles of coastline. We have the longest shoreline in the state of Connecticut, and it's one of our greatest resources. There's about 35 acres of property right here with about 400 properties on it. Now, even 3 years after Storm Sandy, the neighbors are only starting to come back and rebuild their houses. This is a park unlike any other state park that we have here in Connecticut. It is smack dab in the middle of very highly congested neighborhood parking. There are public safety issues. There are resident quality of life issues. There are environmental issues that need to be considered before we move forward.
We're also very concerned about people overflow parking into our side streets in our neighborhoods where there is not enough parking as it is. And we had a problem up on Meadowside.
Yes.
The couple times that I came by that I was that the park was actually closed due to capacity.
Yeah.
They were all over Meadowside, and that's where our senior housing is.
Right. Right.
Also densely compacted.
Yeah. Well, I'm here today with State Representative Kim Rose, who's been a tireless advocate for the neighborhoods around Silver Sands State Beach here in Milford. There are a lot of issues that were brought to my attention by Representative Rose about the plans that DEEP has for new facilities and new structures here at the beach. Which I think are going to have tremendous impacts, negative impacts on the surrounding neighborhood. So we did a walking tour today to kind of get an idea of what that looks like, and we're going to be going on now to Town Hall for a public hearing that DEEP is holding for residents of Milford to express their views on the plans.
What particularly is DEEP doing to consider the unique characteristics of Silver Sands in relation to its proximity to the adjoining neighborhoods?
I want you to realize that this park sits in the middle of 3 neighborhoods. And I don't want you to forget that we have Walnut Beach at the other end, and we also have the area Meadowside that are going to be greatly impacted. They're going to feel a lot of the impacts of this, as well as many of our small businesses that are in those areas that have some business because of the beach traffic. I can personally attest to the fact that I tried to go to Walnut Beach several times this year, and because Silver Sands was closed, a lot of the overflow parking was at Walnut Beach. I couldn't get near the beach. We have a lot of residents that are renters, so to do a permitting parking situation is just, that's a problem in itself, where we have a lot of people that come down and they rent or they own homes in the summers, so we have a lot of transient population too. So I hope that you take that into consideration when you review the plans. Thank you.